Hey Roadrunners, how you doing? It's Sunday night. I'm putting out a late video, give you guys a chance to watch it anytime you want. How you feeling about the game? How you feeling about the state of UTSA football? It's bleak, ain't it? And I'm going to tell you exactly why you feel that way. .304 total yards for our Roadrunners. 304 total yards for our Roadrunners. This is living proof that when somebody wrote on Facebook, we're one ankle injury away, one knee injury away, one injury away from being an 0 for team, from being 0 for 4. It's Robert Henry. Apparently, he probably did get nicked up or wasn't feeling right. Part of it, and part of the reason why Will Henderson doesn't run as well as Henry is, I noticed that we do that bounce play. You hand it off, you let them find a hole, and then they can bounce it if they can find the hole. But there's a lot of times we use Robert Henry just sprint to the right side of the line. In the read, hand off that way, Henry's cutting across, and he goes. I don't remember seeing us do that with Henderson, right? I don't remember that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. The issue is we act like because we have different players, we have to have different plays. Or we have the most basic plays for the players that go in there. They don't have the same skills as Robert Henry has. Robert Henry can do that bounce read. That's what I'm going to call it. You just block and he's responsible for finding the hole. A lot better than Will Henderson can. What's frustrating to me? What's frustrating to me, ultimately, the frustration. I said it 2 weeks ago. Every time we take a step forward, it looks like we take a bigger step backwards. We got under center. Awesome. Scored a touchdown. Awesome. That's what we should have been doing for the past 4 freaking years, right? What do we do with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter after our defense? Oh, our defense? They only gave up 309 yards. So yeah, go ahead and run them into the ground. Run them into the ground and say it's the defense's fault. It's not. It never has been. I don't know what to tell you. You can't only use 11, 30, 11, 20, 30 seconds of game clock after your defense gets a stop. You can't ever do that. You have to run game clock. And what do we do with 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go? What do we use, like 30 seconds of game clock? Put our defense right back out there? Now, granted, we still ended this first half 14-3. But wouldn't that have been a good time to just, guys, relax. We got this. And let's run the ball. Let's run downhill. Let's run forward blocking instead of zone blocking. Let's lean on them. It's bad. The state of affairs is bad, right? Let's go to the box score. McCown, 25 of 37 for 2 TDs and 2 interceptions. That's another double interception game he's had. Another one. He's had multiple. We rushed for a whopping 70 yards. Our secondary, their QB only threw 481 yards. but he threw 2 TDs, but he still only threw 481. Only gave up 128 yards on the ground. This is Rice all over again last year. That's what this is. Our defense plays good enough. This is, who was it? Eastern Carolina, same thing. But last year looked bad because we get stupid personal fouls. Now we're not getting those personal fouls, so you can't blame it on that on the defensive side of the ball. We don't have Danye or Corey Mayfield Jr. getting those personal fouls. We don't have anybody getting personal fouls. They're playing pretty disciplined football in that regard. I 234 yards receiving, right, for the passing. Everything's behind the line of scrimmage. Some of it, when we get near the end zone, we can run some stuff where our tight end's wide open, right? But we can't do that in the middle of the field for some reason. No, we want to run these little bubble screens or whatever they call them. And those typically get blown up, or we get a holding call, get them called back, right? There was a week to prepare for Temple, to button things up. A week extra, 2 weeks off, a week off, right? What did they do? These are the questions you have to ask right now. What did they do? We don't have anyone in the press conferences that ask the hard questions. They ask the questions we all know, that we see. No one says, why did you decide to pass at that moment? And my concern is, I don't think they're actually watching I think they're just watching the game. I don't think they're analyzing the game as they're watching it. Let me tell you something. Now we're done with the game, right? I read something on Facebook. Someone said the fans are clamoring for a change. At some point, you've got to listen to the fans. Yes, there's something in regards to, if you listen to the fans, soon you'll be sitting with them. Yeah, and I get that, right? But you've only won 2 games. You've been 500 the past 2 years now. 500 football. Nothing looks better over the past 2 years. Nothing looks better. Nothing looks better. So now what the fans see is now glaring, is now at that point to where a few things are at play here. One, has Coach Traylor checked out? You have to ask that question. Well, how is that not a fair question? How is that not a fair question? Give me a legitimate excuse how that's not a fair question. Remember, you can check out in a matter of a week. You can say, you know what? I stayed here. He could literally say, I could have gone to Houston. I could have gone to Texas, but I stayed here, expecting support. He could say that in his mind. We get that sponsorship with the whoever that was out of Mexico, fruit drink company. Then he sees that money coming in and it's not coming to the football program. And then he can check out immediately then. And I mean immediately. Think about it. You don't think the team has suddenly started playing like dog shit, attitude-wise, except for the defensive side of the ball? And that's just defensive players. Defensive players are the ones that talk about he's got that dog in him, right? It's always the defensive guys that say something like that. He's a dog, right? Then you have to ask yourself, two of the players checked out. Do you think they have? I don't necessarily think they have. I think they're misguided, especially offensively. They look offensively. The way McCown got sacked and laid on his back, but with a heel tackle, that's a meme walking. That's a meme right there. That ended the game when he got sacked like that. That's a meme right there. That is a shit. I'm falling over, right? Now he didn't, but that's what it looked like. It's bad. It's bad. And you need to accept that it's bad. I honestly believe, one, Amy, Lisa are doing our football team dirty. Absolutely doing them dirty. Absolutely doing them dirty. I honestly believe it. But hey, heaven forbid me say anything negative towards your goat, right? And let me tell you why. Why are we suddenly running away from the UTSA branding to the UT San Antonio branding again? Why? What about that? Why do we need to do that? Because we got UT Health Science Center San Antonio? Remove? I remember looking at the logo on the side, not the logo, but the sign, driving in there, using the facilities, the football field, softball fields and stuff like that. It said UTHSCSA. Just move the SA behind the UT and you're good. Oh, by the way, we're UTSA now. But that tells me those individuals don't think UTSA is good enough. But nobody would give a shit about UTSA if it wasn't for Coach Traylor. Nobody. And now they've turned their back on him. That's what I'm saying. And I believe he's checked out. I believe he's riding it out. Why not? Why wouldn't you? $2.5 million a year to live on the west side of San Antonio? Yeah, that's a lot of bank. First off, $2.5 million is a lot of bank anywhere in any city. You're living good in any city, right? It's just an order of magnitude better in San Antonio than it is in Dallas, than it is in Houston. Order of magnitude better. Cost-wise. So I believe it's happened. I believe it's just going through the motions. Now you could say, is he being offered? Remember he was talking about being linked to the Arkansas job. All he'd have to do is just say, no, I'm not. He said, I'm going to talk to the kids about it. What does that mean? Just say, no, I'm not. And honestly say it. Or say, they came to me and it's just not a move I'm willing to make right now. Or say, I'm exploring my options. And then to honestly say it. What's so bad about it? We know it's happening. Those kids aren't going to fail him. In fact, him saying that would probably get the kids that want to play with him and play for him play that much harder. Till he goes somewhere else because they can call him up on the phone and go, Coach, man, I sold out for you. And you're now at Baylor. I don't know. So let's talk about the third phase that's happening right now. There are people, they don't like when you criticize the school. They think you're not allowed to. Why? Why am I not allowed to? At the end of the day, other than my diploma, what on God's green earth has UTSA ever done for me? Every one of you answer that, unless you work for the school. I still don't have my coach trailer bobblehead. Nobody's called me about that. I've asked them to call me. They won't call me. Say, hey, can we set something up? I'm not going to call them and beg for it. So I stopped donating. Okay. Hey, I got this gray beard. I'm closing in on retirement. Do me a favor. And I will have fewer season tickets starting next year. Absolutely. Until I get the respect I feel I deserve, I've earned. Hey, let Carlos Alvarez let those I'm going to say this right now. You're an idiot if you're donating more than $20 a month. You're an idiot. Couple reasons. One, they're paid athletes. They can go out and make their money. That's the truth. Oh wait, they're kids. You're not allowed to say anything. They're workers. They're employees. That's what they were ruled. So next time you go to anywhere and you get terrible service and you speak to the manager or make a complaint online, remember, they're just kids. Because all those individuals are the same age as football players, basketball players. Now I'm being extreme here, right? Because I don't criticize the kids. I don't criticize the players. You've never heard me say that. You'll go through all this and you'll never hear me say that. But it's okay to criticize UTSA. But they're playing a game of Russian roulette. I saw something. You're going to crack up. Let me give you some names. The Wings, the Commanders, the Brahmas, Gunslingers, Iguanas, Stars. They all failed. Now, some of them were league failures, but they all failed. A league won't fail if you pack every stadium in it. A league won't fail. The Brahmas aren't a failed league. Because guess what? The rest of the league still exists. They're just leaving. They're playing a bad game. And I don't know if they see it. It's embarrassing for them. They want to sell the university to big corporations. And if you know me, I'm one of the biggest, most conservative people you'll ever see. I don't want that to happen. I want my university to be full of free thinkers. You can be conservative. You can be liberal. Not to the whims of some USAA, HEB. No. If they want to help, if they want to do something, put your name on the business. Well, like Alvarez did, right? Put your name on that and help develop that. I don't know. I'm at a very low point. I'm not gonna lie. After Temple, I'm at a very low point. I'll still be there because college football is just so much fun for me. It really is. I love watching it. Sorry about that. I'm in low power mode. I forgot to charge my phone. This is a little longer video than I expected it to be. And I think I'm airing some grievances that other people aren't willing to air. They just aren't. And those are the people I worry about being around me. Because if you're not willing to take a stand, then there'll be a time when I need you to take a stand on my side and I'm on the right side and you won't be there. And maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one. But Medallion, you say, it's just a game. That's right, it's just a game. And if I'm not having fun watching it, why watch it? Do you watch bad movies intentionally? Have you ever walked out of a movie in a movie theater? I have one time. First time I sit there and I just go, this is terrible. It is what it is. Peace out, Roadrunners. I'll see you guys Saturday night in the Alamo Dome. Oh, and the people that probably say I shouldn't be complaining as much, they're not in the Alamo Dome all that much. That's all I can say. Peace out, birds up, FAFO.